Welcome everybody, my name is Ryan and we are back with more Vintage Story today. This is episode 47 and we are sitting here in front of my steel furnace. That's what I'm going to be calling it because I can't even pronounce the proper name of it. But oh, look at my character. He definitely appears a little bit different. Oh my god, he's bugging out right now. Yeah, so I installed a couple new mods, and of course those are always linked in the description. My entire list is down there, and whenever I add something new during the series, I will add that to the list. But we've got the Vanity mod installed now, so I can put on my armor and still show off, the bling and stuff. I was wearing my crown, but I switched it up. We're actually in our full winter gear, because as you can see, it's coming up. We're in October, folks. And if you tuned in for that last episode, you know that we, of course, constructed, I think it's the cementarium, the steel furnace. Yeah, here it is. Oh, in all its glory. And we've got the bauxite foundation for it. It is going strong down here, and it has been many in-game days since our last episode. I wanted to flash forward so when we started this one we would be just about ready, and it is. Look at that, 97%. Oh my gosh. So I've been hanging around the compound doing a lot of little jobs here, milking the sheep, trying to breed the animals. I also did a little bit of exploration with the pro pick, which we're going to talk about. But first, look at this. I happened to catch a little male moose. He was just, I see you, buddy. I'm talking about you. He was trapped in the water over here. I was, coming back and forth each day to load up the furnace and just happened to see that little guy. But so if we take a look at the map, I started thinking about those higher level refractory bricks. And of course, we're going to need titanium for that. We also need the olivine, but we did actually find a source of olivine somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's not too far. Yeah, we located this during our trip to go pick up the elk mount, so it's on a separate island. But, with the sailboat, we'll be able to get there in no time. So with that aside, we've got our olivine covered. We're going to need the titanium. So what I did was I spent time just looking at all the marks or the samples I had taken with my pro pick over the course of our series so far, and I was looking for any that had that limonite. It's a weird term. We're just going to call it titanium. You see it here. It's the pour. It's the second one on that list right there, and I located a fairly decent amount of it. So I came over here and started taking samples. I sunk 2 shafts, but I have not located any of it yet. So, and of course, if you're unfamiliar, that's what we're going to need to just make the highest tier refractory bricks so they don't break as often, essentially, in our steel furnace. But, oh my gosh, in addition to that, of course, we're still looking for limestone. If I want to keep the process going, we're going to need mortar. So we've got a lot to work on today. Oh, and I've started an experiment with blue cheese. And I say experiment because I don't know if this is going to work. Let's go down here. You can see blue cheese takes a special kind of cellar. We'll just close that up. Okay, so here it is. It actually doesn't show it anymore. No, I don't think this is working. You can also see that it doesn't show this as a viable basement down here for whatever reason. I'm not sure if it's too small or I'm not sure, but it needs to be open, maybe. Yeah, well, the blue cheese needs light, and I think it needs like a little bit of exposure. But this stuff is definitely not working right now. Well, we've got 22 days to figure it out. I should probably pull it off here. And let me just grab these. There we go. Yeah, we'll take it downstairs. It, of course, will last for a while, but I don't want it to go rotten in the meantime. It's a work in progress. And anybody down in the comments who's got experience making blue cheese, of course, there's a pretty good guide for it. Let me find it. Okay, here it is. It's actually just a sentence, but it says to make it, you must store the raw cheese in a cellar with very low light, but yet the cellar must have at least 1 block open to the outside, which I figured this one would serve as both exposure to light and, the open air block. I don't know. Maybe it's the trapdoor. Again, not sure. I'll have to experiment. Maybe I'll open that up a bit down there, widen it out, but okay. So anyway, we are basically just killing time and drifters until we get that steel, people. Once that kicks in, oh, I've got some big plans for sure. We've talked about Translocator Relocator. That's on the menu today, as long as everything goes good with the steel. Like I said, I've got big plans. Oh boy, well, I was just out here with my favorite tool, the Scythe, getting some grass for the winter, and look at this, we've got damage. Okay, so I guess this means we are probably finished. Yes, let's check it out. Oh, there it is, Carbonization Break to retrieve blister steel. Yes, I sure will. So we've still got some active charcoal. I assume that doesn't matter. Alright, let's get some light on the subject. Oh my gosh, we're moments away. I also designed a little charcoal pit here too. I originally tried with some fencing and built it up from ground level, but I hated it. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys do with your charcoal? Do you just stick it in a chest? I don't know. Either way, oh, and we've got a bunch of bricks over here. Like I said, the limiting factor is definitely going to be the mortar. We've got enough, certainly, to replace these. Oh, wow. That's really damaged. Yeah, but it's going to be touch and go after that. We might have enough for 2 more cycles until we get some more. But anyway, let's not focus on that. Let's go ahead. Let me put away my scythe. I'm going to grab the tongs and we'll break this thing open. Okay, we are prepared. I think this is my very first time ever obtaining steel. Okay, Carbonization Break to retrieve blister steel. Oh. Okay, so it's just too hot, huh? Okay. So wait a second. There it is. And we got a bunch of charcoal back, too. That's interesting. I didn't think we would. So let's just return these. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like any of the grating got broken. Okay, we'll just put these away. Actually, I should probably... Let's look at the temperature on these babies. Okay, so they are going to be need to be heated up in a forge. Well, with that being the case, I think I'm going to replace the bricks and literally get a whole new cycle started right away. Yeah. Because like I said, we've got big plans, but they're not going to take us too far away from the, from the base. Plus, another good feature is even if for some reason you can't get back home each day to replace it, it's not like you lose progress. If it cools down, it just remains exactly where it is, whatever percent you were at, and then once you fire it up again, it picks up from that point. So it's not like you really have to stress about it. But yeah, 16, that's a good start. But it ain't enough, so yeah, let me fix this up and we'll lay in the second batch here in a moment. Well, this is what I call conservation. There's still some charcoal burning below. Actually, I don't think I can go in there properly. Well, yeah, we might have to wait until this burns. I almost just died right there. Wow. Yeah, look at my health. That's alright. We can go ahead. Come on in. Put these away for a second. Switch this out. There they are. Look at these beauties. We'll grab 4 of them. And we'll go ahead. Oop. Yes. Alright, we're gonna need... I've been using this brown coal for my for my what's it called? Forge here. I'm just gonna use 2 pieces. I don't know if it's harder to heat this stuff up. I guess it probably is. Yeah, it said it. I think it had a temperature in the 2000s to heat it up, which we should be able to get to. Let's see, what did it say? Almost 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit to heat that up. Well, hopefully the coal can get there. Burn temperature 2000. So, how do we actually reheat these? Does it have to be charcoal? 23. See, that shows a burn temperature of only 23. Huh. Well, we'll find out. Yeah, let's just give it a minute and see if this heats up properly. Okay. Let's getting pretty white hot. Let's just pick one up. Okay. So we've got a little bit of slag on here. Sorry for the camera motion. I'm pretty injured. Okay. Now my question is, can I set this up so the helve hammers will do this part of it? Nice. Oh, we've got a pure steel ingot here, folks. Can we work this? Yeah, so I guess it doesn't truly need to. So the temperature I'm seeing then, maybe I'm misinterpreting this. Smelting temperature. Huh. I thought maybe for a second it actually said melting temperature, but I'm not sure. Doesn't matter, it's working. Yes, look at this. We've got ourselves a steel pickaxe on the way, people. Now there's a definite reason why I'm picking this steel. This is my first tool type for steel, and that is because the Translocator Relocator mod, that's the name of it, is it requires a steel pickaxe to move translocators. So that's it. In addition, I'm not sure if we need this for titanium or not. We might. I don't know if we can mine it with iron, but either way, it's going to become irrelevant here shortly. Let's become very careful with these. I don't want to have to mess this up, but yeah, I don't even know if we could reclaim like steel bits with the chisel or not. Oh, there it is. Let's not wait. Let's get this assembled immediately. Oh, look at that. My first steel tool ever. Damn. Mining speed. Let's go. Let's compare the two. Oh, wow. It's more than double the durability. Jeez. Oh, yeah. And the speed itself. I love it. It's even got a fairly decent attack power on it, doesn't it? Alright, enough screwing around. We got more hot steel. Let's do this, people. Okay, what I need are 2 pounder caps, too. Of course, that's going to allow us to crush olivine, or olivine, whatever you want to call it, and the titanium ore. Okay, this is actually much easier than an iron bloom, isn't it? So this process is not too bad, but remember too that we're going to want a whole bunch of steel plates. So I'm thinking about the helve hammers here again. I think I'm going to make two more iron anvils. Then I'll have to make 2 helve hammers out of iron, the hammers themselves, because we've got bronze currently. And then I need, of course, to make the steel pounding caps, but that's separate. So, yeah, that way we can basically automate this process, pound up a bunch of plates, we can whip up steel armor eventually. That's the goal, although having a full set of steel tools and weapons is probably going to be the first thing we do, but, yeah, armor's on that list too. So, anyway, you know my thought process. Let's see, what should we go with next? God, I don't even know. Do I just start whipping up basic tools? Do I make a chisel? Should I waste it on nails and strips? No, let's go ahead. We'll just do an axe, I guess. God, I don't know. Oh, steel scythe? Now, let's stay focused here. We're going to do steel powder cap. Now, this, I don't know. It might... No, that's not going to require 2 different ingots, I don't think. Okay. No, we should be able to get this fairly easily. Alright, so I'm going to whip up 2 of these, and then we'll have 1 ingot left. So be thinking about what we should make that with. Okay, well, believe it or not, I went ahead and whipped up a steel scythe. I know that might seem crazy, but look at the durability on that sucker, damn. Now, believe it or not, though, the scythe is one of the tools, I think the axe and the scythe are the tools I wear out the most often. And again, that's probably due to my choice of trying to domesticate 3 different milk producers at once. I mean, I literally have 2 different goat species and a sheep species, and it is a bit too demanding for the grass and the hay. I think in my next playthrough, certainly, once I get my hands on like a sheep or maybe some Valious goats, just depending on what type of world we spawn in, I'm not going to try and go for like every species, but I just sometimes get a little overly ambitious, I think. Wait, can we milk her? No, not yet. She is lactating, but I milked her already. This one in here, it's still generation 0, basically. And I have not, she's been lactating for months, it feels like. No, many, many days in game, but I have not been able to milk her once. She's just overly stressed constantly. The Valley's goats are pregnant, but they haven't given birth yet, so that's the update on those. Like I said, just too many, basically too many. At some point, I might cull some of those. The mountain goats are fun, but yeah, they're just, I don't know. Either way, enough complaining. We've got steel in our hands, and I think I'm going to go to sleep for an hour or two. Maybe that'll put that charcoal out in the steel furnace. We'll be able to replace it, get another cycle. Well, the charcoal's still burning down here, even though it's morning, but I did just discover that boom, you can just destroy it, so might as well. I was just waiting for it to burn away anyway, so it would be a waste. Okay, let's do this. Maybe there's a way to get in here and place it while it's still lit, but I don't know. Alright. Oh, there it is. Layer after layer. Laid perfectly, precisely. And okay, so I did actually put in slightly more than 32 pieces of charcoal, which is interesting because what we got back was exactly a half a stack, 32 pieces, you know, when I destroyed it and recovered the steel, but not to worry. I'm excited. So second batch, let's load it up. Enough. Nope, let's grab a bit more. And I might have to do another run on wood. Get some more of this charcoal going. It's not like I'm in risk of running out currently, but we're going to need a ton of it, I can tell. Alright, so that one's lit. Boom. It's one thing I discovered with this like little underground section. It's important to have the side part available so you can reach in there and get to the back to refill and to light. But either way, let's do this. Put that back. Alright, and we are equipped with our steel pickaxe. We're going to put our lantern in the offhand. I've got a few things for mining, but we're not worried about mining right now. We're going to go grab a couple of translocators. Now here's the deal. The one that takes us up here to the treasure hunter trader, this one, I want to leave this one intact. For one thing, it's the closest. Yeah, let's go take a look at it. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this is the first one. Super easy to get to. And like I say, it takes us to the treasure hunter trader. And believe it or not, yeah, I'm fairly certain that's the closest one I've found. There might be another one closer that I forgot about, but regardless, we are going to keep this one. So I'm going to have to venture back. I know that there was a second one in this cave, but I was never able to find it. So we'll hold off on that. And I did equip my iron armor just in case, you know. Coming in these underground areas, you got to be prepared. So let's hop over to the other mountain real quick, and we'll go for that translocator. Okay, here we are, deep under the mountain. Boom. Translocator. Now there should be two in here. Let's grab this one first. This will be my first time ever trying this. Oh, so easy. Nice. Alright, we're gonna move this now. Oh, in order to link them, the mod descriptor says we have to enter some sort of like numerical key or whatever, and then we just match that same key into whatever second one we want to link. But yeah, let me see if I can locate the second one. Okay, I've got one translocator here and another one in the front of the house. So like I said, yeah, its tooltip says control plus right click. Boom, there it is. Edit key. Okay, and it should be a string of numbers. And there we go, 8675309. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so let's go to the front. We will edit the same one over here. And good, we'll just double check that. 8675309. Save. Okay, let's try this. It does say it's linked. Okay, that's helpful. Should be looking at my, yes, there it is at my staircase. Woohoo! So it works. Now let's test it this way. Okay, so I have moved one. Does that reset the key? I think it does, because it does not show that it is linked. Let's go look at the other one. This is important knowledge. Okay, the key is still there, but it doesn't show that's linked. So now, okay. Very good, very good. Let's control this and save it. Linked. Let's go. One final test. Oh, beautiful. I love this mod. Now, it's a newer mod, and there are others, but this one's simple, and it has, like I said, the ability to link them, so they're no longer random. That's really what I want, because now we're going to use these, for one, to set up a base in the southern parts of the world, and we're going to hop in our sailboat, fill it up with supplies, and head south. And we're going to establish a base once we get to the warmer regions, the desert region. It's probably going to be a multi-episode adventure, you know, to do that. But once we get there and we pick a place we like, we should be able to just, boom, set the translocator, and we can walk back and forth. Yep. So eventually what I'll probably end up doing is I'll just leave the sailboat at that southern base. We'll build a second one up here, so we have multiples. We can travel around this region still, you know, go to that treasure hunter trader if we want to pick up a second elk. But, well, I think you get the picture. So we've got big plans, and we're not going to do that immediately. I'm focused on getting the steel, like a nice big batch of steel for sure. But now we know the translocators will work, and in the meantime, before we set up a big base, we could use these two to discover a limestone deposit and just make easy trips back and forth, you know what I mean? Set one up here and just go sailing, find limestone, set down this translocator temporarily, and just pop back and forth until we've literally filled up like multiple chests with limestone, so our worries will be over. But either way, let's get over to the other islands, and yeah, I actually want to try a little bit of mining. Let's get some titanium. It is a rainy morning, folks, and we are sailing along the coast of what I am now calling Titanium Island up here. This used to be Resin Island, where we would come to get resin, but we're past that now. We're here for the metals, and, I mean, decent limonite, or whatever you want to call it, titanium ore. It's pretty good. It's the best I've seen. Like I said, I did go through and look at a bunch of the, you know, the samples I've taken all over the place. But, yeah, so I've dropped a couple of shafts in this area. Had no luck, but I can't spend a lot of time over here, and it's not just about the steel furnace. You know, as I said, we could leave that for a couple days, and it wouldn't really be that big of a deal, especially now we've got a first batch. The problem is, look at the temporal stability. It's already starting to spin. So this whole area is temporally unstable, and of course it gets much worse when we get below. So what I've done to try and combat that, two things. I brought a temporal gear. I have like 9 of these. I've just been getting a ton of them, plus after the Resonance Archives, you know, we're kind of rich with them. But one thing you can do with these is set your spawn point. Another is to actually, it says it there, can be used with a knife to restore temporal stability with some pain involved. That's to us, not to the land. It's just an important distinction, but we would put this in our offhand. I can't remember which one it is, but oh, it must be this way. Yeah, and then we hold this, and we can get some stability back. Now, honestly, it's not that bad of a thing. I think I wouldn't mind doing that, but the second solution is I brought the Translocator with me. So I did set the other one up. It's back home in our little house. We've got everything we need. Yeah, double stack. Got some beams, a little bit of food. Let's go mining. And this time, if I need to reduce my stability, like I said, I could use the temporal gear. Oh, chickens. Alright, here's one of my mining sites. Yeah, and I haven't really been able to get... Oh, okay, this is actually... No, this is just a cave I found. Alright, let's set the translocator here. We'll mark it. Okay, there we go. 8675309. And it is linked. Beautiful. It's also clipped into my dirt pile, but that's fine. That's fine. As long as it works. Should we test it? No, we know it works. It says it's linked. We've already tested them. Alright, so let's go below. Wait, that's not what I want. Lantern. Yeah. This area... I marked this particular spot here because it looked fairly promising. Plus, it's relatively close to, you know, some of the marks I've gotten with decent titanium. So, let's pop down here. Now, one quick trick I've started to do is whenever I'm looking for an ore that's more exotic or one I'm not familiar with, is I will look it up in the handbook for a very specific reason. Okay, so here we go. We're looking for the titanium ore. I'm going to scroll down. Here we go. So we want to see the blocks of ore. And what the real important thing to look at is the parent stone that it's in. So here we can see it occurs in granite because not all ores are going to occur in every type of stone. For instance, you can see I'm currently surrounded by sandstone. But sandstone does not appear in this list. So in other words, now I know I can disregard taking any samples at this height, and we're going to need to drop down below, yep, to where we've got access to some granite. But like I said, just started to do that recently since I'm unfamiliar with a lot of these things. Alright, this is a new cave for us. Let's set up a little exit. I don't need that there. Oh, we're getting attacked already. Where are you at, punk? What are you? He is a deep drifter. I probably should have... Oh, my iron sword just broke. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I need to probably switch into the iron gear. But hey, like I said, we can do that pretty easily now. So let's get back up here. Alright, that's good enough. Now, I like to be fairly generous with the torches, too, especially when I... set up an exit point. There we go. Alright, let's look around just a little bit here. Gotta be careful with these deep drifters, but okay. Of course, they do have a little bit of healing. And we don't have a lot of time. Okay, dead end. Right, actually, this looks like a fairly decent place maybe to take a sample. Gosh, we could drop a shaft right here, possibly too. Yeah, let's do a quick... long range. If we look on the map, yeah, it's kind of between these 2 points. You can see we've got decent illuminate, whatever it is, titanium. There it is. Alright, so let's try this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's decent. I mean, this is as good a place as any, really. This alum's kind of interesting, too. Apparently that's used for dyeing of cloth and stuff. Look at the dark. Yeah, you can't even barely see those torches. Oh, wow. That gets real deep. Okay, that's another dead end. Just want to fully explore all these little crevices. Here we go. Look at this, another translocator. No way. Oh, wow. We're going to have to take this one. That's so perfect. Oh, wait. I should be looking inside of this stuff. So what do we got? What do we got? Well, let me open it. Maybe we'll just break it. Okay, well, slight change of plans. We're going to fix this translocator and take it back home. Let me clear this out. We'll see if we get any interesting loot here. Okay, well, not too bad. Ended up with another elk medallion. That's actually super helpful. Pair of trousers, some more of these crates. Metal parts, yeah, that's about it. Alright, so in order to pick that up, in order to move the translocator, of course, we have to repair it first. See, hitting with the steel pick does nothing, so it's still, you know, gated, at least somewhat difficult. Let's see, let's put a thing here and look at my Temporal stability, even in this short amount of time, is already getting down to critical levels. So I'm going to pop back up to the top. We'll run through the Translocator. And we're going to do a couple little things while we're back at home. So let's make sure. Here we go. Oh, this is so helpful. Boom. Back home. All right, let me empty the bags. Okay, I think I've got what we need to repair that one. And you can see our temporal stability has returned basically back to normal. That's the good thing about that is it doesn't take long, when you're in these really unstable areas to, build up, or I guess to deplete is the way I should say it, but it also refills fairly quickly. All right, let's get ourselves prepared. We should be okay. I did switch into the iron armor, so I'm pretty confident we'll survive here. All right, and this is it. Yes. So we can add another one to our collection. Couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3 metal parts, but I think it's just 2. There we go. So it is now fully repaired. And let's claim it for our own purposes. Good, good, good. Awesome. So we can continue to look around now. I think everything else down here was... What was that? Flint. Yeah. Everything was dead ends except for right here. So, let's claim this. Put those on. Get some ladders. I got a flower with me. We'll deliver this to whatever nasty creatures are down below. Give them a flower from the surface. Maybe they'll become our friend. We can have a companion. Alright, let's try... Is that going to do it? Yeah, we'll get up right here. There we go. When I'm making escape routes from the depths like this, I don't I'm not stingy with the ladders. Whoa. All right, so we got a rim of saltpeter there. It was pretty vertical. Let's get our weapon out. Yeah, this darkness is really thick. Okay. Oh boy. I'd like to get these guys one at a time. Come to me, come to me. Oh, is this a dead end? No? Looks like we might have ruins too or something. These guys are pretty dangerous in groups like this. Even the smaller groups. But then again, they could help replenish some of those gears we just used too. Come on, let's do this quickly. I like this cave though. There's not a lot of branching paths. Sweet. Oh, okay. Where are we? Are we at the Resonance Archives? No, just some interesting ruins. Okay. It's pretty crowded. Wow. Oh boy. Extensive, yes. Just a normal ruin, though. Let's see. We've got another door. Oh boy, it goes even deeper. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I'm able to destroy this stuff. Let's see what we got. Pants, I'll take the gear. I don't know. Can we take this? I like the chest. Oh, sweet. I got the chest. Alright, let's see. Oh, now that I've got the mining bag, of course, is exactly when I don't want it. Shepherd's sandals. Haha. Nah. I actually, believe it or not, I do want the spider webs. I'm going to use those for a specific purpose. Alright, no bed. I'm not interested in that log. Yeah. Okay. Try not to leave anything important, but... Oh, cooking pot. What's in that? Anything good? I need to get rid of this here. We'll take it. It's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where it leads when it goes deeper. Let's make sure I got everything here. Oh, the steel pickaxe. It's great. Really tears through the stuff. Okay. Let's get rid of this table. Oh, there's wood here. Aged firewood. Let's get the door out of there. The firewood's in my way. Oh my god. I basically want everything but that. Alright, hold on. Okay, there we go. A little bit better. Sometimes it gets awkward, especially with the mining bag. Oh, look at this. It was worth it. Okay. I'm starting to hear the music. Yeah, my temporal stability is getting real bad. We'll get attacked here. Alright, what's inside? Not much. Don't care about that. Gosh darn this thing. Alright, let's see. Oh, sweet. Alright, so I did get some turnip seeds. There, I want that. Don't care about that. Oh, I could put this in the crafting kit. That's actually helpful. There we go. So I just want the storage vessel. Sure, there's nothing else up here. That cobweb. Alright. Pretty nifty little set of ruins down here, but yeah, we desperately need to get back upstairs now. So where was the exit? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Again, I could use the gear. I'm kind of trying to avoid it. Whoa. Especially since we've got, you know, a teleporter up there now. Oh, I'm just going to leave him. Screw the corpse. Alright. God, yeah. So we could descend further there, but oh, haven't even tried really striking limestone yet. This has all just been offhand exploration. Don't plan it. Sometimes it just happens. But all right, let me get back to the surface. I think I know the way. I hope. Yeah, here we go. This is us. So we're going back. I'm gonna unload some stuff. And we'll try to actually do some mining. Well, it's the middle of the night, but I think we're going to dig a hole. So, doesn't matter what time of day it is. Let's pick one out. There we go. I like to kind of dig them diagonally from the start. Then we'll dig straight down, but that's just in case I'm walking through this terrain later on. I don't accidentally fall down, you know, one giant chute. But let's go and make sure to place our friendly little translocator. Oh, is this the spot where I dug already? I think I might have been. No, never mind. Either way, let's place it a little bit farther away. Alright, there we go. And again, set the code again. Alright, and we're linked. Good to go. Time to go below. Of course, temporal stability is not bad yet, but yeah, it's going to get real bad as we go lower. So here we are. I'm going to move these up. We need our pro pick in the bag, and time to start placing ladders. All right, so as I pointed out, we need to get down to at least the granite layer, and then I'm going to start taking short range samples every like dozen blocks or so. But of course, as soon as I strike something, I'll let you guys know. Oh boy, there it is. So I actually just found some sapphirite in that direction, which is zinc, unless I'm mistaken. So we'll block that off. Wow, that did not take long at all. Like, we're not really that deep. I'm at 61. So yeah, I was expecting to have to go a lot deeper. I've really only taken a handful of samples here, but oh, I'm excited. Trace amounts. Okay. So we dig in with our beautiful steel pickaxe. Oh, this thing's amazing. I wish we could name our items. I mean, like, officially put a name in there. Either way, stop daydreaming. Let's get serious. So trace is, I think, like the smallest reading we could get. But it's important to remember, too, that my pro pick is set to a 4-block. Limonite trace amounts. Yeah, so I think we want to probably go in that direction. Let's try the other cardinals here, north and south. Okay, none that way. Let's block it then. That way I don't confuse myself at all. Oh, shoot. I just heard the noise for the stupid medium amounts. Okay, so that's the way we want to go then. Actually, jumping from trace to medium's a really good sign. Normally it would go from like trace to small to medium, I think, but medium, I think. Oh, there it is right there. And it literally does take steel to break this. Wow. No way. I didn't think that would actually be required, but it is. Look at it. It's here. Oh, and it broke so easily with the steel. Felt like talc, you know? It was like breaking gypsum. See how extensive this stuff is. Alright, let's get real serious here. I don't really need those. Yeah, we're losing stability by this, or temporal stability by the second, I should say, so we could get attacked from behind at any moment. Not to worry, we'll survive. We are still currently rocking our chainmail, but this is huge. So again, for anybody who's not totally sure, what we're going to do is I made up some steel pulverizer caps, and that will be able to pulverize the ore. We don't break this into nuggets, as I understand it. I literally am just going to take this right here and put it into the pulverizer, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but well, this is a pretty good vein of it. And then, of course, with that powdered ore, we can make the highest tier refractory bricks. We will need olivine, or olive is what I'm going to refer to it from now on. The olive stuff. It's a nice green glass, which is like, the home usually is in peridotite rock, which is also like really nice lime greenish. Not lime green. I wouldn't actually say lime green. That's not true. But it's a nice green color. Very mild. But I've already struck that stuff. I have an exact location for that. So you can count on tier 3 refractory bricks for sure, people. This is good news, and I'm excited. I'm also very curious about the titanium itself. I'm going to have a lot of it here. Could I make some titanium weapons or something? I don't know. I expect it's not possible or not worth doing, but let's see. Pretty decent amount. Oh, sweet. We got some crystallized stuff, too. Might have to display that in one of our cases. Check the stability. I don't know. It's opening it up pretty good here. Let's just slap down a couple. Might as well be generous. We don't want any cave-ins here. Whew. Okay, temporal stability is crazy low. Let's get this stuff and get out of here. What do you say, people? Oh my gosh, people, we've done it. Time to enter a translocator. Boom, and we're back home. There we go. So let's see, it's 3 in the morning. I'm going to hang out here just for a little bit until my temporal stability returns. So I'll just empty out my inventory. But, of course, I have to go back now and retrieve our translocator and hop in the sailboat and bring that back. Obviously, I don't want to leave it sitting over there at the Black Star. But I did mark the site of our titanium strike, and that's exactly where the translocator's at, so it shouldn't be a problem to find it, obviously. Nonetheless, it's, I don't know, I guess you could say a bit cheaty to use these translocators, but I like it. I'm enjoying it. I think it's fun. I feel like Super Mario warping back and forth between worlds. But now, eventually, like I said, we'll establish a couple permanent ones for sure. And I'm going to build a special little house or room. Maybe we'll put it on the second story. We'll have to work that out. But yeah, it's just going to be a portal room with several key translocators set to certain points, you know. But man, oh man, we were very successful today. Let's go check on our steel, see how the second batch of it is currently going. I did get more charcoal working. I'm going to have to construct some sort of walkway over to this side. Let's see. Yeah, so we're not short on charcoal. There it is. Look at this. Beautiful warm glow of the steel making process. Let's look at the percent. 28%. Look at that. Beautiful red glowing object. I love it. There we are. All right, and temporal stability is returning. But wow. So I've got a lot of work to do up in the windmill. But Let's see here. Yeah, let's pop up there right now, because I think we're ready to assemble. Oh, hold on. You know what? I was going to grab the anvil. I think we'll leave it for now. Let's just warp up to the windmill. Okay, and here we are. I've got plenty of wind right now. Before I turn it on, though, I think we... Oh, God, can I get over here? I think we can just replace these caps, right? How does that work? Do I need to take them off? Let's see, here's the iron ones. There we go. Okay, yeah, just switch it out. That was helpful. I don't think we can do it that easily with the health hammer. Let's try. I think I need to... Nope. Oh. Well, that's moving real fast right now. No, I think I need to actually build a new hammer. That's okay. That's not what we're here for. Right now, I want to pulverize. Just want to make sure. We've got some steel caps on this baby. So there's an olive, and there's the limonite. Yep, there it is. Okay, we've got it. Hold on. Shut up. Look at that. Oh, this is the stuff, people. Tier 3 refractory bricks. So, of course, this is going to make the steelmaking process so much better. I don't have to rely on as much mortar and limestone, which is really important for us right now. Yeah. I mean, of course, eventually I'm determined to find limestone. Don't think I'm giving up on that. But, well... I'm going to be pulverizing for a while. I've still got 37 iron blooms, so I'm going to turn the health hammers on. And like I mentioned, eventually I'm going to replace these two with iron. These two will be iron, and we're going to be up here processing steel one day in the very, very near future, people. But, man, oh man, I feel like we've accomplished a lot today. We have officially entered the Steel Age, the pinnacle of metals here in the vintage story world. So really, really appreciate everybody who's left me tips and comments along the way in my journey. It's helped me immensely and stuff, but don't worry, the series is going to continue. Now that we're armored with this metal, I have a feeling some of that story content's going to be a breeze, but I don't know. I shouldn't be too overconfident, right, guys? Either way, thank you so much once again for joining me today. Whoo, look at us. We're so small. Hope you guys will tune in for the next one. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning into the video, everybody. I just want to take a brief moment to recognize my Patreons. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Your donations really do help make my work here on YouTube possible. And if anybody else out there would like to support the channel, the link to my Patreon is down in the description of this video. You can join our Discord, meet me and the other Patreons with our small and friendly community. Thank you once again.